Hey everyone, hope you're having a great day. My name is Andy and I'm very happy because I'm on day one of my mid-semester break. That's right, I'm a uni student at the moment. I've returned back to study after a few years in the workforce, and I have to say I'm so happy to get at this break. It's good. But it is an interesting time, you know. I went back to university to have a career change, right? And in my life, I've had experiences of change and challenge, but I had no idea when I was going to be returning to university that I'd be coming back to a semester like this, where after 3 weeks they would shut down and go complete remote learning, which has definitely been a challenge as, you know, I'm just adjusting to the study life itself, and then to have that come up was definitely a bit of a shock. But I was lucky that previously, when I did my business degree, I did half of that study by distance. So I've had practice studying by distance before, and while it's definitely a shock with, you know, everything going on in the world with the virus at the moment, it was definitely an adjustment. But I wanted to share my perspective on, I guess, how I stay focused during my study, and I hope will give you some perspective too. So for me, something that I find has helped keep me grounded is just going back to my why behind my study. So by my why, I don't just mean because it's something to do this year, but I mean the thing that made me pack up my corporate life and decide to change careers, to go back to university after several years away, and to really think about that whenever I go to study, because in these times, especially when there's, in New Zealand there's currently a lockdown at the moment, so you can't go out anyway, and to be honest it feels like most of the country's on holiday at this time, and you want to just relax and spend time with family, and while that's important, at the same time, this is a time of preparation for me to be able to, I guess, achieve my dreams for life. So it's, for me, I like to write down, I have a notebook where I've written down, I guess, my vision for my life of what I want to achieve. And when I go back to that, it just gives me such perspective, because when I just throw on the towel, just, you know, watch YouTube all day or whatever, it just gives me that perspective and no, this is why I'm studying, and this is a sacrifice that's worth making. So yeah, that's the first thing I'd recommend you do. Have that why behind your study. And the next thing, which is something a friend of mine who's a music producer actually recommended to me, and he said, instead of blocking out your calendar with what you're going to do, and while that's useful, block it out with what you did do. Oh, sorry. Yeah, block it out with what you did do instead. So with that, you can see objectively, hey, how did I use my time? Did I use it effectively? And looking back over the week, you can see I focused on this subject, this assignment, these lectures. Actually, I haven't focused on this area of my life. So for me, that's been actually really useful, where I've probably only been doing it for the last week, but it's probably the most productive study I've done in a long time. It was amazing. The quality of work, but also it made me realize how much I do use my phone, which is a bit confronting, but yeah, just being honest. Other than that as well, if that's too much for you, is having a routine is really important as well, where if you're on quarantine, you're from home, it's really easy to lose a sense of routine. And for me, you'll hear other people talking about it, but for me, I'm learning to trust my routines and discipline more than my motivation. Because while it absolutely, you know, go back to my vision, gets me jazzed up, ready to go, ready to study. You know, if you're reading a whole pile of books, got a lot of readings to do, it's hard to stay motivated after a long period of time. But it's having that discipline in place that, you know, when you don't feel like it, it's something you do, you have that vision, but it's locked in place that, you know, this time is dedicated to this, and yes, I want to relax now, but at 7 o'clock to 9 o'clock tonight, whatever, I can pick up my guitar and play that, or I can, you know, watch some YouTube or whatever Netflix series you're into. So those are a few things that have really helped me. But the last thing, before I let you guys go, is accountability. Accountability is such a useful tool that so many people don't utilize in their life. So what I mean by accountability is, who do you have in your life that can hit you up about things and say, hey, Andy, how much have you studied this week? And you can't lie to them at all. They'll see right through you if you exaggerate or whatever. But it's so useful to have those people to say, yeah, I actually had a rough study day today, and I find if you're accountable with someone and they know your vision, back to your vision, what you want to achieve, they're the ones who, instead of, telling you what you always want to hear, they'll be willing to tell you what you need to hear. So, highly recommend getting some accountability. If you don't have that and don't feel like there's someone in your life, I hope this video will act to you as an accountability tool. So if you need to rewatch this and have say, bro, or broette, you got this. Keep digging hard. It's worth the grind. It's take it a semester at a time. You can chip away at it. But hope that gives you some perspective. For me, I've got a couple more weeks of lockdown to go. It is my mid-semester break. I'm going to take a few days off over Easter, so it's an important time for me. But I do have some assignments to go over as well. So wish me luck. Thanks for watching, and all the best for your study. You guys have got this. Yeah! Peace!